5 seconds remaining. Team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Clockwork!
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Keeper of the light.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Brewmaster!
10 seconds Dire remaining. Team's turn to ban.
Disruptor!
Radiant team's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining.
Doing good. I'm finally accustomed to this morning ritual that I have.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's good to be back on it. It's good to be waking up early. You know, I woke up, I got some fresh air in me. Apparently, Dire is especially dark right now. Let's see if I can get that to fix itself. All right, there it is. It's back working. Yeah, and now we're going to take a look at one of the better matchups that we're going to see the entire time. It's going to be Clockwork, or rather Na'Vi versus Team Spirit, and Na'Vi has been looking great.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to say if it's one of the better matchups, though. I think we've had a lot of impressive matchups.
Yeah.
Up until now, we even had mega comebacks yesterday, as well as some very back and forth games.
That's a good point. I should say that I expect it to be one of the better matchups. Whether or not it ends up being that or not, we'll have to see. In Team Spirit, kind of starting with an interesting opening to this draft. You've got a Coddle and a Brewmaster being taken. So we saw a ton of this early on in the tournament at TI by Liquid, and even late into the game. It's just like a dual lane that puts pressure on with Coddle. He goes stacks the jungle, and then you like are able to get the side pulls going whenever he's in lane and just like spams out the wave. Could be pretty strong.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm just pretty interested to see that both of these teams not going to be going for either the Ancient Apparition or the Earthshaker. Every other team has like highly prioritized those heroes, but not Na'Vi or Team Spirit.
Radiant team's turn.
Yeah, I know. This is a little bit interesting, and I'm wondering if that maybe is something that Na'Vi. I don't think they can go for it anymore now that they have the Disruptor, right?
Shaker might still.
I guess I was thinking about the Ancient Apparition, because you're talking about that, and I'm seeing this lineup, you know, a Coddle taken, now a Lycan as well.
5 seconds
being able to take away that healing option feels like it would be something that would be nice, but with a Disruptor, it's hard to run like a Disruptor a dual support combo, right?
It yeah, it's really not so great. It's still doable, but
Dire team's turn
not
to
so
pick.
great.
Sven stands ready.
Okay, maybe you can still go back to it now then. if you have a Sven, then I think you can go back to it. I think It's just still a little strange with the disruptor.
Yeah.
Both of them need the levels, but neither of them are very good in their lanes unless they
10 seconds
run
remaining.
like some strange dual core off lane spin.
5
with
seconds
88.
remaining.
That sounds garbage. I don't want to see that at all. Seneca's been playing a really good disruptor throughout the event. I feel like we've seen a few different disruptors have big impacts. Yesterday, that disruptor, he got an Aghanim Scepter super early on. What game was that? That was the Spartak series against Vega Squadron, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think he got it early on. That was the game where he where I think Vega were ahead.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then they just like lost 3 or 4
Radiant
fights in a row,
team's turn
and then
to
Disruptor
pick.
had an item.
Earth Spirit.
A big old item at that one. And Team Spirit now going to take the Earth Spirit. So this to me feels like it's kind of tough to do. Like, can Lycan solo lane by himself, or do you think that the Coddle's going to be
10
staying in lane? Because
remaining.
normally when I see like an opening of Coddle Brew, it would be like Brew off
seconds
lane and then
remaining.
Coddle's there to give him mana and then he can spam out the wave. Do you not think that's the way they're going to play it?
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
And
remaining.
obviously Navi are going to be aware of that and can
Radiant
maybe
team
make
ban.
some type of a reactionary movement early. We'll see if the early warding is going to be able to scout it out. Maybe you end up having Team Spirit like run out early and place down a ward on that high ground and by the off lane to see who's actually sitting there and dodge away. But regardless, we'll have to wait and see.
10 seconds
It is
remaining.
Alina ban now for Team Spirit. They don't want to be facing that. What do you feel like
5 seconds
Navi kind of
remaining.
need to round out their draft? It's obviously a playmaker for Dendi. Is there anything that really strikes your fancy?
Radiant team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that Quas Wex Invoker that we saw the other day from Dendi was just fabulous to watch. Not even that it necessarily has to be that. Like with a Bat Rider in the game, it makes Sunstrike a little bit easier to hit. It can allow you to snowball into quicker items, but we'll have to wait and see what it is that Navi decide to go
Dire
for.
team's turn to pick.
It's going to be the Puck. You like it?
Okay, well, it gives you, it's also more damage, more control, so very team fight heavy lineup here. But I think the nice thing about the Puck is that it's a pretty
10
decent
seconds
counter against the
remaining.
Lycan. I think all of these heroes actually do very well against the Lycan. Puck could
5
potentially
seconds remaining.
go into the Aghanim Scepter build, and Lycan's just not going to have a fun time.
Yeah. That was one of the turning points that we saw the other day was Puck being able to pick up an Aghanim Scepter and a big comeback. And obviously against the Lycan, you want to be able to run around and get away from these people. If you're stuck inside that coil, or if you end up getting caught by a really long Dream Coil, or rather on the stun, it's going to be a very tough time for him. Last pick, Team Spirit.
What do Team Spirit need? This might even be like a Lycan mid lane. Just to make it so that the Bad Rider's lane isn't... Or just to make Bad Rider's lane a little more difficult.
I feel like they need something to catch out the Puck, right? Like right now you've got Mana Leak and sort of Earth Spirit stuff, but besides that there's not much.
Nothing really comes to mind. Maybe they could use some range as well. Right now they have quite a bit of melee. Not the greatest when you're up against a Sven. Always a lot of potential for disaster, so maybe we'll some sniper.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. I like that idea. They're going to be going for a Troll Warlord, so a little bit of range, a little bit of melee. You were talking about that being the thing. Do you think it was the answer that they needed?
I think if they put the troll into safe lane, sure. No, Iceberg is on the troll warlord, so this is gonna be a troll mid still. So I'm just kind of curious as to how they're gonna protect this Lycan. I feel like, kind of like leaving the Lycan to Bad Rider is gonna really like hurt his farm.
Yeah, that's potentially a problem. It's two heroes that can catch back up by, you know, heading into the jungle or possibly heading over and picking off a quick Roshan. They'll certainly be able to take it quickly, but I, like you, am a little bit concerned about this general Bat Rider. It's a hero that he knows real well, and his plays on it make you say, wow. I don't know if you got the same, did you get the chat wheel sound coming out at you?
Yeah, I got the chat wheel sound. I was just quickly checking to see if my phone was working in game. Seems to be fine.
All right, cool. Good, good. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, game number 1, upper bracket finals. It's Team Spirit facing off against Na'Vi. And FNG already out there early, going to place down a ward. Disruptor also going to be able to get one down here. We'll see if the smoke ends up breaking as Roger heads mid. He is going to place the... Nope. That would have been bad if he placed the ward right there.
Both sides not going to be able to get it down, so... Going to hold on to that ward for now.
Yeah.
Nick already knows.
What does he do?
He dewarded the ward.
Oh my god. Yeah, he was on it. Well, that's why you guys do your homework, everybody. People ask why... You know, there's coaches or players that do that extra bit of work, checking out where people are warding. That type of a move is exactly why. But already, General up here gonna start to aggressively throw tar at this Lycan. He missed 3 times in a row. This is... I don't know what is happening. Oh, General. I was just hyping up this guy and his Bat Rider play. He misses that 3 times in a row. Meanwhile, up here in the top, it is going to be a lot of damage being dealt out onto Roger. He's in trouble. Trying to run away, but where are you going, buddy? He is going to drop, I think. Bam. Oh, my God. 15 HP, Roger. I don't think he's going to get out of there, though.
No, he's going to...
Well, he is. He's got actually got boots.
It really depends if Earth Spirit is going to be able to catch him.
Oh, FNG. No, he's hiding. Stay in the trees. They can't see him. Oh, God, run away. They're able to do it. He's looking back the other direction. He doesn't see him. Now he sees him. All right. Looking for that opening. The Dire killed him. No first blood.
Is that... I feel like that is first blood.
No.
It does, I mean, it doesn't announce it, but if you get 118 each, isn't that... Like, it means like everyone gets 118, right? That sounds like first blood gold.
I am not positive about that.
We're about to find out.
Yeah,
we're about to
sure.
find out. Because it's so like confusing when it writes it like that.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, at least, it's going to be like we were talking about the Biver and DK Phobos lane, and up top that does leave the Lycan pretty much alone with FNG here, and needs to be careful not to get pushed back by the cogs there. He is going to get hit by it, so.
He denied it.
God, the taunt, the everything. Roger having himself a good old time here.
No, you're right. It doesn't count.
Okay. Did a little bit of research there.
I'm just looking at the graph.
Okay. So, Piver here, he's got level 2, so he's going to be able to start spamming out the wave if he wants to. This is not the easiest thing in the world to deal with, and Crystallize is going to keep on getting punched over and over again here while the lane keeps on getting stacked up and sort of contested. It's a triple stack already. Meanwhile, up here to the south, FNG farming up some cogs, getting himself the gold that he needs. He possibly could have went and got that one. So far in the mid lane, relatively even. 11 and 9 versus 10 and 3. So Dendi getting a good amount of denies there and able to dodge away from the axes to keep that salve and clarity working.
So I guess Team Spirit are okay with this trade. They'd rather shut down the Sven's farm rather than protect their Lycan's farm.
Yeah.
And it's not even like Lycan's doing that badly. But this lane does suck to go up against. Dealing with a bad rider as a melee hero is always like a terrible feeling.
Yeah, and they have access to this pull as well, so he is going to be missing some amount of experience, I would imagine, as it looks like Lycan is going to have to go over here and last it under tower a little bit, and also get stunned. Oh, it feels bad. But yeah, this is the nice part about it. And now General and Roger, they have this huge creep wave coming back behind their tower, maybe even going to be able to get a couple of denies in here with this. This is looking quite good for them there.
A gift from the tempest of
So
battle.
far, pretty quiet lane. Early game is very much just FMG versus Roger just following each other.
Well, and now, you know, both teams kind of having access to this, it becomes a game of pulls, really. And, oh man, that's the second time that guy has stunned him, and actually, ILTW, that's going to end up almost costing him some damage and possibly his life. He's in a ton of trouble right now. Firefly going over the top, and a Centaur stun is going to end up being the death of him, it looks like. First blood drawn by General.
Nice little attempt there. There is a big stack, so he did try to deny himself to it, but only makes it easier for General to farm up the stack.
Yeah.
Fortunate stuff. This is why Bad Rider is so dangerous when you're playing as a melee core. You don't have much help against him.
Right. Well, and I think also just getting stunned by that Centaur, like if that doesn't happen, I don't think that he dies right there. He probably just walks away.
It's really difficult because you already have stacks on you, and Bad Rider has boots, so he's just gonna stand on top of you. It's really hard. Once you're in that kind of position, it's just like pretty much close to Roger.
And Jukin, where's the taunt? Come on, Roger. He's not doing it. So
Roger's just all over the place.
yeah, he's just running around all over. Getting down a ward here as well, and now the wraparound coming. It looks like they want to try and set up here. This could be a really good kill if ended up being able to find him, and stun was already used. The wraparound is there from Roger, though. The battery assault comes out. DK Phobos decide, you know what? They're just trying to kill Seneko, but it is not going to happen to no avail. He goes down.
Very nice rotation. Unfortunately, not able to catch out Roger's movements. Although I think FNG did draw it out on the map, so it is a little surprising that they stayed in such an aggressive position.
Yeah.
They spotted him out this time, though. I think they're gonna get a D ward out.
Right.
Top lane, though, like once again, Bad Rider.
And I mean, this is what happens. Like, I think that this is by far General's best hero. You could also say maybe his Beastmaster is the other one. Dendi here, going to be able to pick up Illusion Rune. But this is what he made a name for himself on, and I think it's a large part of the reason why Na'Vi kept him in this roster. He plays so good on the aggressive, like, initiating heroes, and specifically Bat Rider is going to get a little bit of a taunt coming in, and they're going to go again onto this Lycan. Just no answer at all. He's going to howl, but well, General is actually taking the tower a little bit now, and ILTW going to end up falling as Roger just TPs away. That took a day indeed.
Some great plays coming out of
tower is under attack.
Na'Vi. And, you know, not to discredit General on his Bad Rider or anything, but I think General is just a super solid player all around. I actually think he's just a great player.
Yeah. All right, Dendi, they get the silence on him. Do have a stun to follow it up, and he is going to be able to get the silence, walk away, Dream Coil to escape. Oh, they're not going to get him. Dendi. All right. This guy's got some, still kicking. Got some moves.
Dendi's a player still. I don't know why people give him so much crap. He's definitely still a very, very solid player.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is 4-1 now. It's about 1,000 gold lead, so not the biggest deal in the world. But Navi having a good start of it. And I guess the bigger thing that I'd sort of be concerned about is you mentioned the lack of farm that the Lycan's going to end up having. The 4th lowest net worth in the game right now.
Yeah, it's just this matchup is close to impossible. You don't really have any kind of way to deal with the Bat Rider. He just sits in your lane, constantly stickies you. Even if you have a wand, it only goes with the 10 charges, right? So at some point, if you overstep your boundaries, you're just gonna get Firefly and he's gonna walk right over you.
Yeah. All right, Iceberg now, still in lane here against Dendy. He's
top tower is under attack.
Not exactly had the easiest time in the world, but they're relatively even in terms of net worth. After using up the Shrine mid, Crystallize and Snako are coming back to try and defend their tower, which they should be able to do without too much of an issue. And Dendy just sort of zoning Iceberg out of lane now.
Yeah, holding on to it.
Oh, that's not good. All right, that was not great, and now that's going to mess up the rest of this fight that could come out. Now, Roger's just heading back, and it looks like they're not going to be able to take the fight down bottom.
Nicely timed by Team Spirit. This is one other, or this is like the main reason why I was kind of hoping to see someone replace the Lycan in the safe lane with that last pick. Now he's pretty much forced to leave the lane, go to the jungle now, and Earth Spirit soaking up EXP. Because if you look at the supports, neither Caudle or the Earth Spirit can really protect you from the battle. You know who could protect you from that?
Who's that? Oh my god, is Phobos just gonna man up against everybody? Is he just gonna kill them all? What is happening? Now Crystallize is here as well. They're gonna be able to take down Roger and now take down Crystallize as well. A double kill. The comeback is super real.
Alright, well, we were just talking about how Lycan was suffering, and all of a sudden they beat him 2 kills, so he's pretty much caught up with the sped now, so both of them having a super hard time.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Yeah.
No one gets a free pass.
Regeneration.
Well, a regen for Puck there. We're going to have to wait and see how the next few minutes evolve. I guess that is one thing that you can be said, is that like it has been keeping the Sven down, and now finding those 2 kills, it's sort of brought them back to more close to even. But we do have the level 6s coming online for the Brew, and this might be that little change that we see maybe Team Spirit hit a little bit of a stronger point for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, not only is he 6, but Caudle is also doing very well as well.
Yeah.
I think DK Phobos ended up dying till Caudle picked up some more of the EXP, but that was really well played by LTW, in my opinion. He's always jungling on this side because he knows, like, if you jungle on your side of the jungle, you're not going to really be able to do anything if your team needs you. But by being on this side, he can actually reinforce his bottom lane where there is actually potential.
Right. Well, and we do see now the ulti come out from DK Phobos, or rather from Viver, and they're going to be able to find themselves.
Okay, I like that.
That was a little insane. I think the kick was an accident. I'm not positive.
I think he meant to kick the rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
It's alright, Viver's got him covered.
There you go. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And now tower gonna end up dropping. DK Phobos and LTW showing up, although there is a general Bat Rider here. Are they trying to fight this? They're gonna be able to jump forward the very early blink and drums. My god, another kick from FNG.
Okay, this one
questionable.
This one was intentional.
Okay. Well, they're gonna be able to get him now. Roger, he's being chased down by the Bruce split, and well, that should be the death of him as the roll-in comes. The jump turnaround, though. Puck is just going to kill everybody. DK Phobos down, able to phase shift away from that Illuminate blast as well. But now Viver in trouble just when it was looking really bad for them, they end up turning it around completely, and that's a completely wasted blue split.
Where was Lycan in all of this? I wasn't watching where the Lycan was since we were watching the jungle, but perhaps he TP'd in and got a glimpse back.
I think that must have been it, yeah.
Oh, but top lane.
And speaking of which, they know exactly that because he got glimpsed back there. I'm assuming they're going to be able to find him. And now Kinetic Field laid down, Static Storm as well. He has a decent chunk of armor, but it's not going to be enough. They got this dude as well. Ooh, Blinding Light, the pullback. They almost got him, and there it is. And now the roll, the stun, the walk away. Na'Vi making the plays.
He actually almost lived through that. He was so close. He had so much regen because of Feral Impulse, and on top of that, he has Helm of Iron Will as well.
Can we talk about how farmed Batrider is right now? His drums blink in a 4-step recipe.
Oh, and they're going to spot out FNG. He does have the lasso if necessary. He's probably just going to blink.
They got him.
Own it.
Kirito is going to drop. Oh man, Na'Vi making the moves around the map. It feels like they're kind of a bit of like a step ahead of Team Spirit right here.
They're just doing very well with their aggressive moves. Like, they're not giving Team Spirit any chance to kind of recuperate. They're just always there, ready for the next gank. That's just go for them right now. That's how they're playing.
A prize.
Like, look at this top lane. They pretty much don't want anyone to be in this top lane.
Oh, they're already here for Roger. They got him caught. But he should be able to get the Blinding Light to push out. Yeah, he's fine.
Don't worry, that was just a message. Roger's just sending a message. Yeah. Oh, but he's gonna get caught here.
Oh no, Roger. Oh, don't worry. Nobody's. It's okay. And he's just gonna walk away and now maybe kill FNG. Magnetized down. All right, connecting onto 2. The stun is there. Reapplication with the silence. Another reapplication. Dendy there. He ends up getting caught by it as well. Static Storm already down. He's gone. And the Dream Coil is still there. Kirito should be able to get away from this, I think. No, maybe not. All right, yeah, they dodge. He ends up getting hit by literally everything. But Roger will still live in the end.
This top lane is the most dangerous place for Team Spirit. Na'Vi has just been up here this entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, they are not giving him any slack.
Now Dendy is going to finish up the Blink Dagger, so that makes it even easier. Oh, they're going to find more Iceberg.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Everything here.
He is very gone. Unstoppable, and now they're going to find it. They have an opening here if they want to go for him. Dream Coil is there, and now he's caught on a Biver if he wants to go for it. Blink Dagger available. Maybe waiting to bait this out. There's the Primal Split, and yeah, now they need to get the heck out of here. But that's still a Primal for just the clockwork.
Look at how much pressure is being put on them right now. They want to Brew Split for just
farming Brew Split.
And now you have to wait another 2 minutes until it is up.
All right. Well, it's not just the 4,000 net worth lead here, but it's what they're going to be able to get afterwards because they don't have to worry about a Primal Split for the next couple minutes. And potentially
find more. Here we go.
They got Panda, and he's going to end up dropping here. They can save all of their ultimates as well. And now they can go again if they want to glimpse back in. They've caught themselves. LTW is just going to TP away. I thought about going on him, but no Dream Coil, no nothing.
Oh, Roger, support battle. Let's see if he finds them.
Disruptor's coming in as well. They just want to go. They're not stopping for anything. Roger is chasing it 3 here. The rest of his team is not here yet, and he's going to end up going down because of it, I think, unless they can get here in time. Have they been able to bait them into bad position? Regardless, Dendy shows up. The Dream Coil connects. They break the tether on the glimpse back, and that's going to end up being Troll Warlord down. Dendy finds another one. Everybody is just dying all around the map, and Jeff not quite going to be able to get into range for the lasso. It's already been used, actually.
I'm telling you, man, this top, it's dangerous. is in this exact spot too.
Dire's
They always keep
tower
this
is
creep
under
wave right
attack.
here, and anyone who tries to push out is gonna get ganked.
I love this lineup because like the longest cooldown they have is lasso, pretty much. I think maybe it's static storm, but regardless, it's like they can just constantly keep on fighting. And do you think that's more because of the playstyle they're using, or do you think it's like that the Team Spirit lineup allowed them to do it? Is Team Spirit a little too greedy with this lineup?
I think the Team Spirit lineup is definitely a little greedy. Navi, they drafted this aggressive lineup with, you know, this very type of playstyle in mind, and they're executing it well right now. They have all the tools they need, and they're like, why would we need it? If we could farm heroes and another hook, just haste it.
The put away, so gone, and they pop the Lycan ultimate. That is not going to do much.
Oh, that one hurts too. 2-minute cooldown.
They're going for him immediately. ILTW ran after. They got him. They caught him in his ult form. The glimpse actually is going to break the lasso, and he's just running in circles right now, trying to get out of there, but to no avail. He's going to push back in, and ILTW going down yet again. Oh, it's been a rough game for him. And now look at them. They're going top. Like immediately, instantly. They want to try and find themselves pick off here. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it yet. They're watching forward. Iceberg, he already used his orb though.
Oh my, okay, so this is the best part about this type of playstyle. You see how they put so much pressure at this point that the moment they see anyone running at you, they're forced to think like, okay, they're gonna go through me.
Yeah.
And then the entire team reinforces it. That in itself is kind of like making space.
Yeah. No, it's true. And like that just gives them time to farm up the next set of items right here. So Sven only about 100 and 200 gold away from picking up a Blink Dagger, and that makes all the difference in the world. Like they're giving him a little bit of space here to farm up, but they still they can't farm anywhere because look at them. They feel like they need to stay around each other. Yeah. Another ward placed down next to this one. Meat gonna get countered by Seneko.
So I feel like this has become the type of game where you just have to slowly farm your way back to this game with the troll as well as the Lycan. Both of them need BKBs if they even want to consider fighting. Uh-oh, mid lane.
Oh. Uh-oh. There's the glimpse.
Comes back.
Good
silence. Silence though. But I think he's still gonna go down. I don't think you can buy enough time.
Maybe. Now they're thinking about it. And they pull back into a different one. Okay, they've got themselves into. He does have split, but the silence comes out. Can they burst him in time? No, with the shrine going, they need to get out of here. Navi, maybe biting off more than they can chew. They're going to be able to get the glimpse away. General still being chased. He gets the
big kill. They find him.
The tie is being reapplied. Again, the third is never in the game, and they are going to be able to find that kill. 600 gold going the way of that Lycan. Still chasing for more. They can't get the lift up now with the tornado if they want to. They're going to lift up the disruptor. Can they get this kill?
This way too deep. He needs to get out like now.
Yeah, they are realizing it now. And Phobos, he's going to end up getting ran at. They have that chase. Meanwhile, over here to the side, Roger's been able to find himself the Lycan. They take him down in response to the kill that happened earlier. Now Phobos being chased. He does not have a great way out of here, but likewise, Dendy's somewhat low on mana.
Oh, he's making space.
This is decent. He will eventually die, but
this team is able to take the bottom tier 2 as well, so that's pretty good for them. Unfortunately, they did have to lose the Lycan for that. I think they should have maybe played it a little safer after taking out the Bad Rider. That was a very big kill for them, and well, I think all things considered, that still is a bit of a comeback for Team Spirit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was shooting forward for like a almost 1,000 net worth lead. They end up being able to pull it back again. Trying to figure out where people are, and it's going to be Ivor walking by a ward. There's another one on top of the shrine.
They know exactly where he is. Oh,
yeah. Trying to get out of there. Not quite. He even did the little animation there with the hook shot, but doesn't end up throwing it out.
But B&B is now finished on Troll Warlord, very much needed. This is a very important pickup. Allows them to actually stand and fight in these fights. There's just way too much disables as well as magic damage on the Navi lineup. Oh, it's coming out. It's gonna be going down.
Well, TD is there for Crystallize, and it might be time to go in for Roshan. Take this guy down. He actually took the bottle into his backpack, so he didn't get the refill for Dendy. And Bat Rider, being the gatekeeper there, he's up on the cliff, is now getting chased down. And they
already
are go for it. Oh my god, the initiation comes out. They're gonna blow him all.
Oh, what a combo!
Spaz is gonna destroy them. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that was nice.
General chat wheeling. General's chat wheeling gets me every time. What a combo that was. It was all thanks to General's bait.
Guys, let's all group up around the hero that's on the same team as the Sven. I mean, you can understand it. I want to blow up that Bat Rider, but man, that was, oh, it hurt. And now down bottom lane, they're also going to be able to find themselves a Biber because Yule Scepter lift up. He just wanted to make him have a feeling of like he was going to get away. Well done, Roger. Kill steal. Whew. All right, this has been a wild one, man. CIS Dota is back.
Wait, when you say he's back, that means like, you know, you're actually playing against everyone else, not just CIS versus CIS.
That's true. That's fair enough. Okay. I guess I'd say that it feels like this. All right. Well, we gotta hold that thought. We'll talk about it in a second. It's General has a haste rune, and he's gonna move mid towards. Well, he's gonna set the whole thing on fire, and then have to back out. I think
the opportunity is already gone.
Yeah.
Run away. Gonna be going for Rod Ethos next. Needs the recipe.
I guess. Thing that I would say is it feels like this style of Dota, it's always been the case that when it's good it looks really good, and when it's bad it's just god awful. But I don't know, this has looked good throughout the entire course of these fires.
Found someone.
Roger has no more mana left, and nowhere really left to go either. There's a blade used. He's gonna go down. Dendy thinks the better of it. It's just gonna back out.
Nice little pickoff. It is gonna be shipped down though.
Ivor. It's going to maybe be caught here. They thought about it, but instead they're just going to heading back into this way. Crystallize going to TP, or rather blink out, and okay.
It's gonna be a Rax if he doesn't make it back in time.
Oh, doesn't have a way back. Brew had to make a long run because he didn't have a TP, and meanwhile, Lycan
doesn't shape shift, so he can't fight anyway.
Biver, he's in a little bit of trouble. They do manage to find the stun. They're looking at Chase, and my god, just one quick hit and he's gone.
I mean, Troll made it back in time, so there's time for Troll. There's no buyback on Coddle, but this is a very big part of the defense.
Yeah. Connects. Troll a little bit behind the mark. They get the Yule Scepter lift. Static Storm down onto him as well. They don't manage to keep him inside of it though. A 3-person silence, not bad. There's going to be the orb to follow. The right ends his life. Off the Brew Split as well. Crystallize getting chased. They're able to start the Dispel, and now the Shadow Amulet.
Oh, this one hurts too. This is another Brew Split that didn't amount to anything. They can just go back to the shrine and potentially just make their way back up again, or they're just gonna go for the shrine instead. Does Navi have smoke? They do not. So they're gonna take it slow. Gonna be going for these shrines first. Still quite a bit of time on the.
I mean, this game is not over. That's the thing that's a little bit crazy about it, is I still feel like with the Lycan and with the Pro Warlord, you win one team fight, and suddenly you can take so many objectives very rapidly. Roshan goes down in an instant. You know, you have the tier 2 towers that are still up. Those will be down quickly. So Navi need to be careful. It's not just a free win by any means.
But yeah, definitely. It's not even about them taking the objective. It's just once the Troll Warlord manages, or since the Troll Warlord has a BKB net, Lycan is making his way towards the BKB. Once Lycan has that BKB, that's pretty much their chance to win these team fights. I don't think there's actually enough damage for the Troll and the Lycan if they manage to control up the Sven. So that's what's on their mind right now.
Okay.
One being finishing the BKB, and the other one is to wait out the Aegis, and then they go for the team fight. Panda doesn't have split yet, so another 20 seconds.
This is dangerous too, though, because this is about to expire. It's actually just expired right now. This is going to end up being the kill onto the Brewmaster. He wasn't able to do anything out because, like you said, the split was already down. Now, do they decide to take this fight? Brew split back up right now. Crystallized, no more Aegis. They're kind of low. There's an opportunity here. Oh, the jump. They had to fly back immediately. Now the Brew split is up. This could be a little bit of a scary fight for them. They've already ended up losing that Troll Warlord. Down 60 seconds. No buyback. Brew, he's not going to get the split off. He's right in the middle of the silence there. He does manage not to get it off. Oh, the Dream Coil coming out from Dick in the clutch. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. They are all going down. And Na'Vi looking to close out this game number 1 as soon as they get our lane creeps up in here. That was such a good dream kill there at the end.
Yeah, that was just great coordination from Na'Vi as well, recognizing what was actually happening, and Spirit, I think they might have slipped up at the very end. You know, it's only possible for this Troll and this Lycan to go in if they can keep the Sven off of them. But like you saw, Dendi actually did have these stuff at that point already. So even if they manage to keep the Sven controlled, Puck had an answer for kiting the Troll and the Lycan away.
Radiant team pick.
To pick.
I speak for the trees.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Don't freeze up.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 3. We're going to be taking a look at CIS qualifier upper brackets. It's going to be Na'Vi facing off against Team Spirit, and holy moly, me oh my, oh man, it's an IO Tiny for Iceberg and the wonderful Biver Carito? Oh god, I can't remember who it is that plays it. I think it's FNG that plays it in this team. That's right, right?
The Wisp?
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be IO Tiny, and this is their bread and butter. It's what they go back to when they're in a little bit of a tough spot. Do you like it here? Do you think it's the answer they needed?
I always get somewhat scared for the team that has to open up with the Wisp Tiny.
Dire team's turn to ban.
We'll have to see how the draft continues to go. Disruptor, the immediate pickup after seeing that one. Although I would consider Disruptor one of the better supports against this combination. You can always just get rid of one of them, of the pair, or potentially just set up an ulti if you can see the relocate coming in.
Right. And it's also that like awkward situation too where this draft from Na'Vi, not only does it kind of counter out relocate ganks, but it also fits with what they were doing last game, which is just constantly go, constantly fight, and then afterwards take objectives. That's what Nature's Prophet gives to you. That's what, you know, Disruptor always wants to play on lineups that can be aggressive. I'm a little bit worried. Like Team Spirit, they come online quicker with IO Tiny because you can like make a lot of stuff happen in ganks and kills, but I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned.
It actually takes a surprisingly long amount of time for Wisp Tiny to come online because the Wisp always takes
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, maybe like on average 12 minutes before he hits level 6.
Yeah.
Wow!
Till then, feels like a dual lane is just locked up in the mid lane until either Wisp hits 6 or the Tiny manages to farm a Blink Dagger first. So have to see how they decide to lane against it or punish it or play around it.
And given the way that General's been playing, I would not be surprised to see him like send off treants to block the camp stacking that Tiny and IO want to do together. I don't know, maybe that doesn't end up happening, but there's been it's been a really impressive display so far from General. I've been really liking watching him play it, and the other day I wasn't super sure how he was going to do on the Nature's Prophet. It's a hero that he's played before a good amount, but I always felt like the Na'Vi of old was best when he was on like an initiating hero, and Nature's Prophet's kind of a different role than that. But he proved that he's still really freaking good at that, and like you were saying, he's just a good player. That being said, if you go back in time, Iceberg is probably, at least in my eyes, like maybe the best Tiny in EU. As far as like a specialist, you think about other heroes, other people like Limp played a really good Tiny if I'm not mistaken, but Iceberg's been playing this for a long time, and it was what he originally got like invited on teams to play because of his Tiny play. So we'll see if it ends up working.
I'll have to see. Always hard to give the title of best anything.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. I can like an idiot. It's okay.
There's so many people who play Tiny. Tiny's one of those heroes that's like just so much fun to play that everyone likes playing it. So you have a bunch of people who are actually very talented at the hero. So
that's fair.
10 seconds
I think
left.
That it's tough because also like I guess you don't need. I'll just leave it that he's pretty freaking good on the hero. And you need other teammates that can play around it as well. Witch Doctor's kind of an interesting one here. I guess because you've got that IO, you know that you're going to need a strong support in lane to help out whatever your safe lane carry was. And that was the big issue that you had last time was the Lycan just got run at and destroyed over and over again by General. How does Witch Doctor fare at zoning out a Nature's Prophet?
It's all right. You need to kind
Dire
of work
team's
together
turn to
with the carry if you want to zone out an
Face
Nature's
the
Prophet,
void.
because if you're talking about just a Witch Doctor dealing with the Nature's Prophet by himself, I mean, Nature's Prophet's pretty much always going to win, right? Because you're not going to beat Prophet with trees.
Right.
It really depends on what the carry's going to look like here. They're going to want
10
to
seconds
beat the
remaining.
Nature's Prophet in lane, but my guess is that Navi's going to support him anyways.
5
so that
seconds remaining.
it ends up becoming a 2v2, and then it's going to be a difficult matchup for Team Spirit.
Yeah, it feels like there's sort of a couple of different philosophies from what we've seen in these qualifiers, as far as like the way to set up your lanes. And this combination from Navi looks like it's been one of the better ones, which is you know,
Team's
go
turn.
aggro, dual off lane, and then have like a disruptor or somebody else that can constantly pull, or like an ancient apparition, one of those heroes in the safe lane just to constantly chain pull. And it's worked out well. Team Spirit are going to go back for Legion Commander now. Maybe.
I really like this pick.
10 seconds
LC pick,
remaining.
because one, it helps find kills for relocate. Two, you have the Witch Doctor, so
5 seconds
you actually have
remaining.
a support who can combo with your ultimate, and you
Dire
can potentially
team's
put
turn
this
to
LC
ban.
in the safe lane against
Admiral
MP. You know, you don't need any help. You are an LC against Nature's Prophet.
Holy Toledo. This is a lot of AoE team fight. Navi are not messing around. All right. Tell me right now, straight up to my face, what are the odds that we see a Dendi Kunkka? Because that would just make my day. It would make me very happy.
5 seconds remaining.
Probably won't happen.
Damn it. That's what I want
Probably
to
not
see.
gonna happen.
Team ban.
I missed the Kunkka in the mid lane. That's the dream. Ugh, it's not happening. But
Maybe I'll give it like a 1%.
okay. I mean, Funnick's out of this tournament already, but so we've got one last pick. They ban out the Zeus. Do you think it's damage that Navi need at this stage? What
seconds
really strikes
remaining.
your fancy as a hero to take here?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Zeus ban because I
5
definitely
seconds remaining.
agree with Team Spirit's like line of thought where Navi basically need more Chronosphere follow right now. Because right now it's a Disruptor ulti potentially, and then there's the Kunkka boat, Kunkka combo. Nature's Prophet is pretty good for it too, but when it comes to late game, you want something that's like a really solid damage dealer for the Chronosphere. So
Radiant team's turn to pick.
probably something along the lines of that. Maybe they go back to his Lina.
Dire team's turn to
Invoker? Maybe? Oh my god. Oh, is it happening? Is it happening?
I think it's probably a core Ancient Apparition.
Oh.
Before a core Kunkka.
No, please.
But like you said, like I mean, or like I said, there's a chance. It's much higher than 1%. I can
10
tell you that
seconds
much.
remaining.
I think the core Kunkka to deal up with the dual
5
lane
seconds
with
remaining.
Tiny is actually not bad. You know, you level up a lot of Tidebringer, and both of them have to get cleaved together.
Oh baby. It's happening.
But to see a core Ancient Apparition, I think would be
Either one's great.
more beneficial. Yeah, it would be great. It is both great. I agree.
So the one thing we know is it's not Disruptor.
Yeah, it is not disruptive.
Okay, fair enough. And Team Spirit scratching their noggins right now, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. AA against IO Tiny mid? That sounds like it'd be a really tough matchup.
It's gonna be Kunkka and AA together.
Okay.
That's kind of what makes it like a little easier. And in the early levels, it's not gonna be that easy to burst down an Ancient Apparition, especially if it's gonna be Dendi playing it. You know, he's gonna have extra gold. He's gonna be able to buy more stats. So he's gonna pick up, you know, levels of Chilling Touch. Then all of a sudden, Wish Tiny not gonna be able to walk up to the Ancient Apparition at all.
Like a
Choose
All
your
right,
hero.
Lycan last pick. And let's see what it is. No! Oh, the dream's dead, but I'm still stoked about this. Dendi Ancient Apparition. All right, guys. We're in there. 30 health regen talent. Literally unkillable. Does he go armlet? Is that the play?
You gotta get armor. So you get the 30 health regen, and then you get armor items, and then no one can kill you because, well, you get 30 health regen. You have like a heart level of regen at a low level.
Yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, it's a level 15 talent. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
I am super excited. General's got his mushroom hat on. We've got ourselves the ILTW specialty, the Lycan. This time he should have a much better lane, I would imagine, right?
Yes, definitely. No longer do you have to deal with the much impossible. But this one, you're not gonna have that hard of a time. You're gonna trade farm. But you're gonna be able to farm at least.
Okay.
Prepare for battle.
Good luck, says Iceberg. Maybe in slightly ominous fashion.
But yeah, you definitely, when you see the AA like that, it's got to be a core AA because you want farm on the hero that can actually hit people inside the chronosphere.
Right.
The main reason why the AA is going to be played by Dendi here. And it's not like the first time we've seen it. I think Sumail played it as well.
Yeah.
G have run this mid AA before. They just go with the Hurricane. I think the build he goes for is like Hurricane Pike, and then he goes into Mjolnir.
Oh, does they get an eye? Oh, Roger. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Roger's on the team. I'm retarded. All right, sorry, guys. Okay, I'm just so excited. I'm like on the edge of my seat. It's anticipation. It's like two of my favorite heroes. Well, not two of my favorite heroes. One of my favorite heroes in Tiny being played mid, and then, Ancient Apparition as well. As they actually cast out the Chili Fingers, and they're going to run over here and contest for the rune.
Viber's heading over, but with the Chili Fingers, I don't know if you can fight this.
Yeah. They have rather cold hands, and they are going to be able to push back Viber as well as ILTW. And, well, some treants, they're all where they need to be. It was also scouted out by this ward that was placed down early. We also didn't see any breaking of the trees here, and both of the camps are going to be blocked. That is a good amount of hate thrown the way of the Iceberg Tiny. And, well, this ward was also placed down there. This could be rough.
Did their homework.
Yeah.
They know exactly how they're going to try to play it out, so not going to take any chances and see how this dueling works out. They do have the level 1 pause.
Oh, baited. They got him. That was a nice play there by Roger, and Iceberg brought down very low. I like the decision as well. They break the salve, so they end up going for the Tiny because Kirito didn't have a ton of damage dealt to him. He needs to take a little bit of damage here from the creep so he can give the extra regen to Iceberg.
I think he's fine. He's got the auto coming out right now.
Yeah, he'll be good. But meanwhile, across the other lanes, what do we need to watch out for here? General is going to be pushed back. They did have no cask since they had already used it earlier. Is there one lane in particular that you feel like we're most likely to see kills in, or is it just mid?
I think this top lane has potential.
Okay.
Oh, about it. Completed the pull. That would have been so good for General if they managed to get it, but they're going on General again.
Yeah. Howl damage, right click, not quite there. 11 HP. He's going to be a liver. Meanwhile, over here in the mid lane, Dendi taking a little bit of a beating as they try and bring him down. Can they do it? They will indeed. First blood going the way of Kirito. FNG hitting it good.
Yeah, you definitely do have to be careful.
Oh, X?
Got the X.
He has a torrent to follow. I think Iceberg's dead.
That's a level. Very nicely done.
Oh my god, super low.
He's dead. He's gonna go down.
Oh, Kirito's got his drive-by. All right, Io ends up hitting it.
Ah, that was great. That was like the drive-by moment.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Okay. Well, mid lane, we've got ourselves Iceberg, who is, ends up being able to possibly find a toss back here with FNG, but instead he's just gonna, throw out a few to get last hits here and there.
I feel like for this lane, Dendi shouldn't even get a bottle.
No?
That's just how I feel. Yeah, I guess the way I see this lane is if you're up against the tiny AA, it's so difficult for you to get runes because the Wisp is pretty much always going to be on top of it. So you're kind of like gambling at that point, unless the rest of your team is protecting it for you. Oh, the lane.
That's what
Almost getting it.
Yeah, a little bit off the mark there. They ended up not being able to hit it. I kind of wonder if maybe that's worth it just to wait on the cold feet and then just hit the X torrent. As top lane, they're going to be going on to 1. I don't know if that's going to end up being a kill. They also went mid, so a little bit of action everywhere. So they're going to try and get this pull off. Viver should be able to pick up at least a few of these. Yeah, and they're going to get all of them.
He's doing a really good job right now. He's getting so many levels off of this lane.
Yeah.
Often you see a support level 3.5 at 3.5 minutes, so but he's doing very well for himself right now.
Alright. Well, Dendy level 3 as well. Iceberg's 1 level ahead of him, and if the Kunkka's not there, he needs to be really, really careful. They're just going to try and get a little bit of a catch onto the rune, but it's going to be bottom, and man, a regen picked up as well. Lordy, lordy.
Nope. Well, he does finish his bottle. Regen for himself. Are we going to try to set up here with Snako hanging out here?
I'm a little surprised that Roger went for the second point in Torrent. I guess just feeling like they need that extra bit of damage, but could be tough to find the level or find the initiation with the X. Io jumps in. They're finding Dendy. Tiny toss. Not quite there. He ends up canceling his tack animation. Oh, Dendy, run away, my man. He's still trying to get out of there. He's able to juke away for the moment. They take down FNG. The mighty, mighty tiny glimpse. It's not going to end up being able to get him the torrent. It's going to connect, and the cold feet proc. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And that should be the tiny drop in. The toss, not enough damage.
Oh, that one hurts so much. He had it too, and he canceled his animation. That one is heartbreaking.
Man. So 3-5, still very little in terms of a lead, maybe slightly into the favor of Team Spirit in terms of experience, just because of how much you've been able to get onto this Witch Doctor early on. Level 4 right now. Also level 4 on the Io. But we haven't talked a lot about DK Phobos. He's been able to get into phase boots already, and about level 5. You expect him to just like try and run for the straight up Blink Dagger? We've seen a couple of Legions go like Armlet when they get more farm.
I think he needs to get the Blink Dagger first. He's not playing this role where he needs to carry. He's playing this role where he needs to set up. Oh, they got the courier kill. General in a lot of trouble.
All right, Torrent, it's going to connect onto 2, and now Roger just going to try and get out, but, well, they maybe got a little bit too fancy there as they end up losing 2. No dual win, but that was a nice little pickup for Team Spirit.
Really hard to say if that was worth it or not. I think gold-wise, you still make a little bit more, I believe, but it's really hard to say when you give up that much EXP. It's 2 kills, so.
Right.
The seeds are forth.
So, watching for the next levels that are coming up. Tiny's got himself level 6. Are there any other big ones that are going to be there? I mean, do you expect to see any rotations with the level 6? Like, Phobos can't really find a kill unless it's like a toss back, right?
Let me see. There's really not much setup for him, so I think he's just gonna have to either bait or have a tiny, you know, tether him so he had moves fast enough to catch someone out. But until then, I think he's gonna focus on farming up the Blink Dagger.
Are they trying to bait this out? Fiber shows up with level 4 and just boots, but they're gonna be able to find themselves Dendy, and he thought he was gonna be safe since he had that haste rune. Little you know, the Maledict came in level 2 on that one. Now they've been able to find themselves Snako, but ILTW actually going to be glimpsed away. So Snako saving his own life there, and maybe some damage onto the tower coming in.
See Roger. Roger drops a ward right on top of a sentry.
Yeah, that's not great. I think that they were expecting that one since he was already behind the enemy lines earlier. Mid lane, they found themselves Dendy yet again. Oh, he's just, that really is bad.
General, he's coming in though. Is he gonna find Viper?
Wants to get him one more hit. They're able to get it. Iceberg though, trying to turn, trying to fight. Roger in trouble. He's gonna end up being able to get the X back. Not quite dead as of yet. But they're not gonna be able to find him. Can go for a toss onto Roger if they want. Instead, they're just gonna try and bring down the Disruptor. Iceberg, mad as hell, and starting to take it out on these supports of Na'Vi. Crystallize walks forward, does have the damage. He tosses him away, but to no avail. It's gonna end up being a kill. General makes it happen.
General just did a ton of work in that engagement. Deep dive turns it into 3 kills, but the big issue here right now is Dendy is not getting anything. He's 5.5. Not even 6 yet. It's already 8 minutes in and doesn't have any build up to items.
And the type of game plan that I've seen Iceberg go for on these Tinies is he just picks up a Blink Dagger early and starts running around and finding kills. And that feels like it could be really effective against Dendy, who has this kind of low HP pool already. I don't know. Do you think that he's just going to keep on dying throughout this game?
At this rate, it looks like that way.
Yeah.
He is level 6 now at least. But this kind of goes back to the whole point about picking up the bottle. This is one of the main reasons why I'm not like the biggest fan of it, is because if you're against a tiny wisp, the way you die is you get combos, right? So instead of going for the bottle, which is not going to have as much value because you're going to, you know, compete with the wisp for the rune, you just basically buy a bunch of stat items and make it so that you don't die to that combo.
Maybe another null tally or something like that ends up making a difference. Well, down bottom, DK Phobos and LTW moving in. And Spiver here as well. This is not scouted out with the exception of DK Phobos, but they do see Seneko, and now getting ready to dive in. They're going to be able to find him, I believe. Trying to get in there. The Wolves? Oh my god! LTW summoned the Wolves inside of it. That was so sick. Alright, well, top lane though. General ends up going down to a quick jump, and there's going to be the Blink Dagger done as well, as the relocate was successful.
Oh, I like this play. He's not going to take him back with him. He's going to leave him up here because he picks up the Blink Dagger.
Well, in the meantime, with the chilling touch and the damage coming in from Crystallize and Roger Boat, they kill off the Lycan. So, you know, nothing comes for free in this game.
Gonna hold on to that Chronosphere as well. They could always make a play with it if they really wanted to. They have the smoke as well. Gonna give it to Kunkka right now since Kunkka is level 6. Maybe perhaps go for a play here with the Faceless Void. Picks up the Master Madness. Oh, he's gonna smoke it with Dendy actually, I think.
Yeah, that could be good.
I think they need to take Dendy with them on these ganks because he needs to kill people to catch up.
Right. Well, they're going to be walking forward here. Maybe he can get the last hit with an Ice Blast or something. We'll see if Roger realizes it. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be here for a second. Chris walks forward, can go for the jump forward if he wants to, and find him now. There's the Chrono, the boat, the torrent, the everything. And it is going to be a kill.
A lot of TPs coming in, though. They want to fight this. I don't know if this is the best fight to take. Viper's only at half health.
Roger, though, he's going to end up being able to get forward. There's the jump. They find the kill on the Disruptor. No Static Storm is available. And now another one. Chilling Touch is there as well. General doesn't end up getting it, but they still find the kill onto FNG. So, like you said, not the best fight to take. A lot of pinging. A lot of pinging. Just pings.
I'm really surprised they decided to try to turn that around.
Yeah.
Even without the Disruptor ulti, still won that fight very easily, considering it was pretty much like the entire team against just the 3 of them.
So that's something to consider as well, is how easy these team fights are to execute for Team Spirit versus Na'Vi. Like, you've just got all of these huge team fight ultimates that feel like they can kill almost anybody, and they might just get Iceberg here if he's not careful. I don't know. I feel like if anybody gets X this game, they're pretty much dead unless there's a relocate.
It certainly feels that way.
They're looking for it.
Okay, alright. So here we go.
Relocate. He's going to end up going for it. Now the tether. He ends up taking him down regardless. And now Io's coming back. Yeah, even if you get the relocate away, the Ice Blast is pretty hard to deal with. So Io most likely to die. Not even going to try for the TP. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be okay.
X.
Kidding.
Torrent. He's for sure not okay. But it would have been nice if he could have gotten out of there. Top lane, they're going to try and find a kill now onto the General Nature's Prophet, and it looks like he is going to go down, do the dual damage. No, and he is going to end up going down, but no dual damage. Tiny, TPing in. Have a toss combo, the Maledict as well. Crystallize, it gets back up to about full HP. Oh.
Oh, and then they're here to turn it around.
No, that's really bad. Navi just running circles right now around Team Spirit. Corito shows up. He's going to get X-torned and boated. Everybody is dying. It is just a massacre here in the middle lane. One more for good measure as Viber getting rotated in on. General shows up. A double kill for him. Oh, this is ugly.
Well, that escalated very quickly. I think it was just a moment ago that it was Team Spirit were doing fine. I think they were leading by a little bit even. It looked like my hotkeys are working.
Uh-oh.
Oh, just kidding. No, just kidding. They were leading by a little bit, and all of a sudden they managed to lose two small engagements in a row.
Yeah. They're still like
scary for them right now.
What's happening right here? What is he? Oh, maybe he's trying to get that's that way they can. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
I have no idea what you're looking at.
Lycan just like stood. I don't know. It was weird. It was nothing. It was nothing. Well, anyways, Iceberg now. He's gonna walk forward, and it looks like Team Spirit want to make a concerted effort to try and take down the bottom tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Do Navi want to fight this?
I don't think so. I think they're just kind of cautious right now. They don't have any vision as to where the Team Spirit heroes are. But we're going to see a big engagement in this mid lane right now. There's a Blink Dagger on Legion Commander, and there's a relocate. They're going to go for this. This is big.
Oh, that was a big old combo. They end up being able to find the ultimate, though, and now the Io's going to end up going down. They catch them both with the Chrono. Crystallize dismantling, but they end up losing 3 others. So Crystallize is going to end up going down. The team fight was big enough on the rest of the heroes from Team Spirit that they were able to find the kills. So didn't even need the Io Tiny.
The Wisp Tiny was just a distraction.
Yeah.
You know, they just they relocated in. Navi used everything on the Wisp Tiny. I mean, that was just great initiation from Team Spirit.
Yeah.
They had the vision up as well. They saw everything that was going on, and the big wraparound. They set up on the Kunkka. Kunkka not able to get the boat off. Gets X. It's gonna be enough. Just 2 supports here. I don't think there's gonna be enough damage.
Ice Blast is available. I think that he threw it out already, or did he? No.
Are those cracks?
No, he's just TPing out here to lane to get the Bounty Rune and head back.
But
well,
this Lycan, he's got Necro too. It made it really difficult for the Void to fight. He got all of his mana drained, so he couldn't even run away.
Yeah. So the thing that I was sort of looking at there is we end up having another kill. What the? Did he go for a courier snipe? Why was the Nature's Prophet there?
I think he went for the courier snipe.
Okay.
Wait, Team Spirit have 2 couriers.
Yo, it's the strat.
Is this something new? I don't know about.
I'm not gonna try and
top lane.
Figure it out, but yeah.
Phobos.
Ice Blast coming in off the mark, and Snako getting chased, getting killed. Maybe gonna find more as well. Crystallize, not where he wants to be. They're bringing in General as well. Is it gonna be enough damage? They're all heading back in just a second. Witch Doctor ultimate, well, gonna be taken away. And now they actually have the X. They're gonna be able to pull back the Tiny. The strength of Kunkka against the Io. Now General looking for more. He is going to be able to kill off another one. The secondary X that follows Iceberg just being kited to all hell. And is finally brought down in the end. Roger picking that one up.
Roger's doing a great job on this Kunkka. And this is why it's always scary to open with Tiny. You know, people have that there. Like you just split pushing bottom. I feel like they should really involve their Lycan in these team fights. He's very strong right now. He has the Necro 3. He can do a lot of damage in these engagements.
Yeah.
He's just been farming away, you know, and
Radiant's bottom tower's got
committing the Necro 3 just to push out of lane.
Yeah. Oh. Phobos up top by the tier 1 tower, but they aren't really going to be doing much to stop that, so he should end up falling there.
Beating on Dire's top tower.
Crystallize picks up the kill.
It looks like
Denny
Dire
did pick up
fortified his
kind of
structures.
Midas. Help him
Dire's
farm.
top tower is under
Have
attack.
to wait and see what he actually goes for next now.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
he's
is falling.
not exactly had the greatest time so far, but well, it's working, and Fiverr now going to get caught. They end up finding that kill as well.
Lower the boom.
And bottom lane, Chronosphere also going to be used. General shows up. Now they're taking down Lycan. Na'Vi are just moving around the map and finding kill after kill.
This is starting to feel like the last game, except not as heavy as the lead.
Yeah.
But it feels like they're hitting their stride right now. Team Spirit kind of falling apart right now. Getting picked off all over the place.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, like, you have these heroes that, you know, they want to try and take the fights about as well as they can, but they have to be so careful with their movement because, you know, one misplay, Disruptor and Kunkka, they punish it really, really heavily, and Kunkka's been able to build into an armlet? Yo, Roger is so farmed. My God.
He's the true carry now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, an Ancient Apparition swap, please.
They just about have, haven't they? I guess Dendy's going to be able to get the Midas working for himself pretty soon and start catching up a little bit, but Roger's farming Ancients.
He's going to be going for a Blink Dagger next. This is going to be...
Yeah.
From the tempest of battle.
All right. Movement here.
they see
Oh, they got him. All right. All right. Yep. Time to run away. Snake goes out of there. Okay, so let's try and get our bearings a little bit. It feels like Team Spirit definitely fell apart a little bit there over the past couple minutes. I feel like they kind of need a solid plan. So what is that plan for them? Is it another relocate gank as the other three go around the map together?
I think that's pretty much the way you always should be playing it anyways, as this tiny.
Dire's bottom tower needs
Unless-
some help.
Well, maybe not. No, actually, to say always is not really true.
Okay.
Because you want to save the relocate for people who get thrown. So
Dire's bottom tower
they
is
might
being
actually have to
chipped
consider just
away.
moving around together, actually.
Okay.
But it's just so difficult because, like you said, you know, there's the Disruptor, the Kunkka, these two supports that do very well when it comes to Wisp Tiny. Looks like they want to relocate here.
Fiverr, he's going to get solo chronoed here. But the rotation comes in. Snako able to get off the Static Storm. X is there as well. Ice Blast a little bit off the mark. Not able to hit on anybody. Karito running away from here as well, but they find the duel. And now they're going to be able to catch him. Kunkka still so tanky. He didn't even go down to half HP there. And now he's just going to walk away. Armatoggle not on the money. So at the end of the day, it's the Witch Doctor for the Ancient Apparition and the Kunkka.
This is some great adjustment from Team Spirit. They are doing their best to bait out the chrono before they take these engagements. And FNG, he's relocating miles away from the team fight, like miles away,
Yeah.
to make sure that there isn't some ridiculous follow-up on top of the relocate. So he relocated like to the tier 2, probably almost like 2,000 something range left of the team fight. Since Iceberg has a Blink Dagger, he's still able to make it into these fights, and FNG managed to survive with, I don't know, like less than 50 health. That was extremely close, but very well played by them.
Looks like they're going to be able to find Phobos here, and this should be the death of him. Meanwhile, the Ice Blast coming in. This should be a kill onto Fiverr here, as Phobos not going to end up getting the Cold Feet proc. So a quick and easy pick off there, and dual damage for the Legion. Desperately needed.
I'm starting to wonder if Denny should just buy more, like, utility support item type of things.
What are you thinking in particular? Like a pipe or a mech or something?
I think, like, Solar Crest would be...
Okay.
I don't know if he really needs that mech anymore. It might be a little too late for that.
Yeah. He didn't
Might
end up
be
going the
something.
GPM talent either. Just going for the, since he has the Midas, I guess.
Yeah, there's that, but also because he is still a core, so he wants to be able to do some damage. But with that kind of a start, it's very difficult for him to farm. especially since like you are in AA, so AA doesn't exactly farm well at all, and he doesn't have the farming items, aka Maelstrom. So
right. Well, it is 23 minutes in, 25-20, only 1,000 gold lead, but it has been feeling more and more as if this game goes on, or as this game goes on, that Na'Vi are going to become stronger. Their big team fight ultimates make a bigger difference. Is it just BKBs now that you kind of have to wait for everybody? ILTW doesn't look like he's going for it. Looks like he just wants to keep on going for split push items.
Split push items? He's got a basher.
I guess that's fair enough.
About split pushing. He's going to fight.
All right.
Tiny does need the BKB.
Yeah.
Gonna smoke up.
Crystallize in the meantime. The solo one on Roche. They have the wolves walking in. Spot out that the Faceless Void is there. They see that it's a very low HP. Now ILTW is going to get caught. Everything in the kitchen to use. Oh, great press the attack. And now with all of these ultis used, this might be the fight that they want to take. They've been able to find the duel now onto Dendy. He's going to end up dropping. And with that, Spirit might have just opened it up. The Roshan, Roger, he's going to get ran down as well. He's going to end up falling. What a great press the attack right there from Legion Commander.
That was very game-winning press the attack from DK forward. But like, to be fair though, did they really have the damage to kill Lycan? Like, just look at Lycan. He's got 3,000 life.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good point. It looked like maybe with like the ice blast on him and everything else, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that was... I honestly think that by using all of their spells on Lycan, I think they were doomed to begin with. Even if things go well and the press attack doesn't come out in time, you already used everything on the Lycan. He has 3,000 life, but by the time you actually finish killing him off, I'm pretty certain the rest of Team Spirit would have been able to deal with Na'Vi.
Okay. So then, as far as the way that the team fights look going forward, you have to catch more than just one. I guess if you do the X mark though, Phobos. That was a nice play right there to make sure that they got the damage from the Nature's Prophet before they were able to blink on top of the Disruptor. So X mark, Torrent. Do you throw the boat then? How do you try and take these fights? Like, you don't want to commit the Ice Blast as well, I guess?
Forcing Iceberg to BKB.
Huh.
Alright. That's not bad. You get a BKB out, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, BKB for a 8-second cooldown spell.
Well, he did use the boat, but
yeah, that's true.
But I think you just use the boat on anyone you manage to catch. Okay. I think like the big thing you need to worry about when it comes to the boat isn't much of the stun and the damage, but more so the buff that you can give to your team. Very powerful buff. There is damage on the cores from Na'Vi's side, but they just have to throw out abilities instead of relying on the Chronosphere. You know, I think Chronosphere will do well enough just catching one core. I don't think you need to worry too much about the tiny wisp. Yeah. If you can catch him, that's great. But if you can't, I think just go for Lycan or Legion Commander. Maybe just Lycan.
That's fair enough. Okay, bottom lane. Quick TP's out. General is still over here. Vision-wise, Radiant don't really see anything around the map, with the exception of, you know, these couple of treants that are being spread around. So, well, I guess likewise, Dire don't have the greatest vision in the world. Are there any gems on anybody here? Well, they've just sort of been able to get D-wards on occasion.
No vision, but there are wolves moving around us.
Yeah. Alright. 25-22. As Roger is now building into a Heaven's Halberd. I said I wanted to see Korkunka. It's kind of what's happening.
Definitely. I mean, Dendy isn't even going for the like right-click item. He's gonna be going for. He went for Blink Dagger first, and then now he's gonna be going for the Scepter. I think Scepter is still a pretty solid choice this game, so, especially because you have very high regen, high healing potential heroes. So
what's the haps with Blink Dagger? Oh no. Roger?
It gets caught out.
They
Red
followed
like a
the X. They followed the X. That was interesting.
Tiny is scary now. I mean, if you look at his items, he does damage, and he's got a double damage.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how fast this tower does.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad.
Oh, that's
He can pop BKB if he wants also. This is a problem.
What?
This is a serious
Navi?
problem. Team Spirit, they're here. Iceberg is ready to go.
Oh,
Pop
boy.
BKB. They have to drop the corner. They have to drop everything. But now they jump forward. The duel's there as well. But they give the duel damage over to General. Iceberg continuing to hit away here. He doesn't give a damn. General is still going to end up living through this. They are going to have to walk away. Glimmer, Cape, and Iceberg, he's a liver as they get him out. Easy, Rax. Easy. All right, ping, 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 ping. The only
I know
go for it.
The thing I didn't notice was Radiant didn't have glyph. When did they use it?
I don't know.
they used their glyph, and Team Spirit realizing that there's no glyph and double damage on the Tiny. Why not, right?
Yeah.
That was great.
That was I don't even think you can really blame Na'Vi on that one. That was just like, I don't know, a good decision from Team Spirit. Like recognizing Aegis Tiny, you know, you got everything you need. It was a couple of seconds before it ended up expiring, and now he's got an AC, and he's the top net worth by 4,000.
Oh man, that was brutal. And now he's, yeah, like you said, AC, he's freaking strong right now. He's gonna go for the Daedalus next. It's been a while since I've seen the full 6-slotted Tiny carry.
We talked about it. This guy is quite good on this hero, and if he gives time to farm to get into a couple of those items, it's hard to deal with. So what's the next play right now for Team Spirit? Is it kind of whatever they want to do? Do they need to try and maybe shut down and go through bottom lane next?
Dire's bottom tower needs
I
some
think,
help.
well, first of all, they need to address the split pushing. Where you know, there's a nature's prophet. We're gonna
Dire
have
just
this
denied their
type of
bottom
game
tower.
happen. So they need to keep the lanes pushed out first, and then I think you just gotta get some vision into the lanes. And I think everyone just kind of focuses on farming, and
They're beating on
LC.
Dire's top tower.
DK Phobos just needs to focus right now on looking for General. As long as he manages to find General, I think Team Spirit
Are those cracks in Dire's
good shape.
top tower?
Okay. Well, he's still up here. We've got ourselves Mjolnir and Blade Mail. They're just looking for an opening here, as Roger has not exited himself, and they do have vision right here by virtue of this ward. Ulti pop, they're going to go for it. Good play here, and now the relocate gate coming in as well. They're trying to get in here, Roger. They get the Ava and the damage coming out from Iceberg. And now Crystallize forced to retreat, and another big old rock man is going to start hitting on their towers.
Well, no double damage this time, but I think it's still gonna be pretty damn
There's no
quick.
buyback.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This could be 2 lanes of Rax.
I think it's Megas.
Bottom barracks fall.
They don't have the tier 2 up top at least.
Oh, that's true.
So that's the only thing I think really stopping this from happening.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
So here's a question. With the changes now where you get 2 runes at the 40-minute mark, does that like make Tiny way better? Because you get double the chance for double damage.
I think you can only really say it's that much better if you're able to freely hit buildings like that, right? But
Yeah.
I think as long as you have to address this Tiny before he even reaches into your base. Like Na'Vi have to take these fights outside of their base rather than wait for it to happen. So I fully expect them to smoke up like somewhere like now. They have to do it right now.
No. Well, they have a smoke on Seneko. They're pushing out the creep wave. They're maybe gonna do it. General, he TP's in towards mid. They're laying down some wards. Okay.
Deserves just as much help
This
as
is maybe not going to end up working out for them too well if they don't end up finding the fight, and there's going to be the smoke. But Roger is not with them in that, and walking forward, they spot out DK Phobos. They, crystallize. He revealed himself.
I think they still have to go.
All right, there's one. They pop the BKB, though, and they're not going to connect onto him. ILTW now looking for that opening. They still have Chrono if they want to use it. They pop the BKB, jump forward. They got the duel onto that Faceless Void, gone in half a second. They found another, and GG's called. They're done.
Yeah, there was, once that smoke broke and they missed their opportunity, I think it's already over. They had to commit at that point. There's no way to wait any longer because these were just going to march into your base. And we've seen the power of that Tiny. He's just so farmed.
Radiant team pick.
Dire team's turn to pick.
I speak for the trees.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 3. Taking a look at game number 3. It's Na'Vi versus Team Spirit. Winner is going to move on to the Grand Finals and a shot be the second team to qualify for the StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 3 First Miner of the Year. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin, and we got a wild one coming up here as we finally are going to see a Lich. My goodness, it's actually happened.
Yeah, looks like both teams are sticking to their guns.
10 seconds remaining.
Some respect bans coming out first. You know, we got the Wisp not going to be seen
5
again.
seconds remaining.
Bat Rider as well. Na'Vi going to be sticking to the Nature's Prophet, and Team Spirit going back to the Brewmaster. Despite not having much success with it in the first game, this time around it might do a little more now that we have a Lich.
Yeah. Give that guy a little bit of armor. He might run into some issues with the mana pool potentially, depending upon what hero they end up taking. But already looking like Team Spirit want to go for a little bit more of that team fight style, something that they can use to battle against Na'Vi. Last time it was obviously Na'Vi who had the stronger team fight. So talk to me about a little bit, like what's the big thing that you feel like is important in this series? Is it like the map movement and the vision? Oh god, we got a Skywrath.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. Obviously, everything needs to be taken into account. Everything matters. Every little thing matters. I feel like, for me, based off of the last game alone, feels like Na'Vi are very reliant on their overall strategy to kind of like work out. Because if I look at last game, it feels like the moment their momentum is halted, they kind of lose track of what they're meant to do.
Right.
And they look a little lost. So I think Team Spirit just needs to focus on kind of like breaking their momentum. If Na'Vi want to play aggressively, Team Spirit need to be able to put up a defense where they don't allow it to happen or make good trades happen, and then all of a sudden they find themselves with the upper hand.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm with you there. You know, it's kind of interesting too, seeing the Skywrath Mage here. It feels like it's a little bit of a departure from what Na'Vi had before, whereas playing with the Disruptor and trying to, like, you know, find that one extra pick, find that one extra kill. I wonder if, you know, Na'Vi are trying to switch things up a little bit, if they feel like Team Spirit understood what they were trying to accomplish and now they need to run something different.
Team's turn to pick.
I don't know really what exactly that would be. Skywrath Mage is kind of a weird support in a way. We saw Seneko play it the other day. He actually like maxed the silence as a way to be playing like a defensive support for his carry. So I'm assuming it's going to be a Seneko Skywrath Mage and a general Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile, Team Spirit are going to take the Clockwork. So position for
I think well, we'll have to see. But I think the Skywrath is mostly for the Brewmaster counter. They'll probably pick up a hero that can actually jump in and disable the Brewmaster first, and then you follow it up with the Skywrath's silence, and you actually have a way to kill off the Brewmaster before he can actually split. It's one of like the stronger supports to stop a Brewmaster from ever casting ulti.
Right.
Dire team's turn to pick.
So this is your setup. Your Burrow Strike into Skywrath Mage ulti as well as silence. Very strong combo. Very well suited to their aggressive playstyle.
And this is the classic general. I want to say that it was right before TI6 when Navi started to look really good at that like last summit. Sand King was kind of like a revelation for them, and it was what really pushed them over the edge and allowed them to make it through those qualifiers and get to TI6. And granted, later they didn't end up performing the greatest at that event, but you know, you get General on a strong initiator. He's able to, in some ways, dominate a lane. How do you feel about Sand King as a hero now? Do you like it that much?
I think Sand King is still very good. Like his abilities are very, very powerful, but it's hard to say. I feel like he definitely does need the Blink Dagger to be extremely effective. He's somewhat similar to StarLadder in that sense, versus, you know, the Earthshaker. You can always fissure from a distance. Sand King actually needs the Blink Dagger because his stun range kind of runs out of effectiveness quickly.
Yeah. You've sometimes seen like Tranquil's Windlace, and then they try and run around and make stuff happen before the Blink Dagger, but that's also sort of dependent upon what heroes are out there. Like if there's a puck, you're not just going to be able to like scoot your way in there and then find a burrow strike most likely. And a Troll Warlord now taken, so probably Clockwork Troll lane. Is that what you're expecting to see, or do you think it's going to be like Brew Clock up top? That sounds awful.
I'm pretty sure it should be Brew, and it should be Brew. Lit should be helping Brew, and Clockwork's probably just going to be moving around the map, making things happen.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, I always worry about a melee core against Sand King. I guess Troll can stay in ranged form, but Caustic, the levels of it do start to become a bit of an issue. Of course, if, you know, somehow Team Spirit just sort of completely blank on it and don't bring any detection, Sand King could level up Sandstorm and just, you know, get his little Darude going on.
I don't think there's gonna be an offlane Sand King anyway.
You don't think so?
I'm almost certain General's gonna be playing his Nature's Prophet again.
That's true.
So Roger, this is more like a Roger type of hero, and Suneko are very good on the Skywrath Mage, so gonna be, I think we're just gonna see it played out like that instead.
Dire team ban.
Fair enough.
Puck.
And now it is gonna be the puck. For the Sand Kings being played in the position 4 route, it's certainly been seeing like the Sandstorms gain leveled up pretty early then and heading off to the jungle after they stack up a few camps. That could be the route that Navi want to play it.
I think it's almost mandatory for this game. I think like his Blink Dagger is going to be very important for their overall success. So need to make sure the Sand King has a decent amount of farm. You probably want to aim for something like, you know, you might even want to consider having him just farm all the way until Blink Dagger, so you get it before 10 minutes, for example.
Wowzers. Sven last pick.
Well, definitely needed some right click to round off their draft.
10 seconds left. Decided?
And that changes not really a whole lot as far as what you would expect. It's just a very clean and easy lineup. Team Spirit, on the other hand, I don't know, something else to kind of pull it together here. More damage. Do they go back for the Lycan again?
Well, we have 1 second.
Choose your hero.
I like that a hell of a lot more than the Lycan. That's great.
Well, they're going to have good lanes here.
Yeah. We saw the other day a TA almost solo a puck in like the first couple of minutes. I think it was G who was playing it, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. There was a couple of TAs the other day. But that matchup, TA versus puck, do you want to talk a little bit about it, how it ends up looking?
Oh, it looks terrible for the puck.
Okay.
you really need help from one of your supports against this TA. And probably going to have to keep eyes on the Clockwork, make sure that they don't exactly stack the jungle or stack the Ancients too much for Iceberg to take advantage of. But I definitely like this pickup because this makes Team Spirit's laning phase look very, very strong. Like a TA is annihilate a puck, and what can you really do against a Lich as well as a Brewmaster in your safe lane? If you have your Sven down here, your Sven's not going to have the greatest time. And Troll Warlord, not exactly too afraid of the Nature's Prophet as well. Just has to be a little careful of the potential patience. SMG already battery assaulting Neko.
He's going to take a little bit of a couple hurting on his backside there as he walks away. And it is just going to be able to get down that ward. Curious if they spot it out and are able to identify which place it was put at. I think he was outside of range of the ward over here when he placed down the observer ward. Not positive though. We'll have to wait and see. And up top, a quick movement in. They get the D ward here as well. So a decent start already.
I'm just really worried for Navi's laning phase this game.
Yeah.
I think Team Spirit's laning looks like way stronger.
Yeah. Crystallize and Skyrath, it's not really like a lineup that you would expect to find a ton of kills in lane either. Do you think that they're going to be able to farm okay there? Like, obviously the worst lane is probably going to be TA versus Puck if it's just a 1v1 because of the counter situation. Does any of these other lanes look a little bit better for Navi?
The Sand King Nature's Prophet one.
Okay.
There's potential.
Yeah. Let's see what Roger's skill build is, what he ends up going for here. They're going to bring the Clockwork mid. Wanting to make sure that they have a decent time and even going to, I mean, in spite of even having like the counter, they're just going to battery assault Dendi. Oh, that is a frustrating way to live a life.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you want to help your TA for at least like the first couple of levels, because while the TA does do very well against the Puck, level 1 you could still kind of get harassed a lot by the Puck because you don't have that refraction going just yet.
Yeah. Phobos is going to take a beating here as well. In lane, keeps on getting hit by that Arcane Bolt, but now Roger, the Corrido, has battery assault off cooldown, but just a little bit too quick with those boots first. This is still Clockwork, a little bit of a movement speed advantage, but they don't end up finding him. Instead, they're going to get General, summoning some treants, needed to trade the aggro there with Roger as well. Still doesn't level anything up. Now they have the Caustic, and the slow is going to be enough to stop Team Spirit in their tracks there.
I'm kind of curious as to why they moved the Lich up here, though. I think like this lane is not going to be easy for the Troll, but I think it's more important that they just deal with the, or make the lane a little better for your Brewmaster and then deal with the Sven, because right now Skyrath is one of the best supports when it comes to zoning off because of how powerful your nuke is. I think he's going to find it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is part of the reason why they want to ensure that they can find a kill and get Troll off to a good start. I see what you're saying, though. Certainly there's always a trade-off that you're doing here, and well,
I mean, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, definitely. Iceberg, he's still 11-3. There's going to be a regen picked up by the Clockwork. Roger now with the stun. There's a chance that they can start to do a bit more damage here. He's going to burrow strike and get one little punch and a walk away. He might end up paying for that, though, actually. He's taking a good bit of damage. ILTW. Maybe going to go down. They salve up. They have another burrow strike, looking for that opening, looking for the kill. And they are indeed going to be able to find it. They break the salve and whatever else was running there first. But they still are able to take down that Troll.
Still doing a good job keeping treant on him, but I think he was going to get caught. Gonna finish him, though?
Yeah, they got that kill. Well done. Clockwork able to finish it. You still take that trade, though, every day of the week, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think the one nice thing that this laning setup works out, or Navi at least, is that since both the supports are kind of occupied, they aren't really able to help out TA when it comes to stacking the Ancients, so there are no Ancient stacks so far.
Yeah. Not sure what Roger is doing here. I guess that he wants to regen up and get himself up to a position to gank the TA when she comes back to lane. Is that the thought?
It's really hard to gank the TA. I'm actually surprised that the TA had to go back to base.
They have a ward there as well.
That just means Dendi is doing incredibly well. Oh, here we go. He's jumping in.
All right, moving in. They've got the Nature's Prophet as well, and they're going to be able to find the TA. No tangos, but they turn to fight, and Roger just goes down. And then he also forward to jaunt away. They didn't have enough in the tank to take down Iceberg.
Just kidding. TA too strong. Look how much damage he does. Like they tried to gank him, and he turns up a fraction, and he pretty much three-shot the SK.
I mean, you called it. They can't gank him. he's not that type of hero right now.
It looked kind of promising, but
yeah,
just not gonna be enough.
So I mean, that's something else to talk about for a second, though. Is Puck has been able to get himself 14 denies, although Dendi has taken a good amount of harassment there. Is that just that the counter of the lane is going to start to come out now, or did Dendi start in a pretty good position against Iceberg here?
I think he started in a pretty good position. I mean, if I look at the numbers right now, I think Dendi did a very good job with this matchup. This matchup really sucks.
Yeah. He's gonna bottle crow, able to be back up to full here, and they'll try and get the D ward as well on the subs. Other lanes kind of passive for the moment. They're gonna shrine down bottom, while Skyrath keeps on pulling and trying to clear out these creep waves. Level 3 for himself in comparison to the Clock, who's level 3 also. And quick little steal, maybe on the bounty rune in a bit? Not sure.
Starting to really like this Nature's Prophet taunt. At first it was kind of annoying, but now it's kind of grown on me.
The Nature's Prophet taunt's the best. I love that one. Uh-oh.
Bottom lane, Divine Viver.
Alright, that's what Roger does. Quick rotation in, Windlace, and boots, and he's out of there. So, over the past couple minutes, looks like Iceberg has started to build up some dominance in this lane here. 34 and 17 versus the 23 and 14. That was so close to death.
Oh, that was
Forced
scary.
the bottle crow again. Gonna have to shrine as well. Well, Roger has the DD rune down here bottom, so Dendi will at least get a little bit of an easier time. Can they make something happen against Iceberg? They have coil, they have a DD. If there's a time and a place, it's right here, right now. Silence comes out.
Got traps.
Slowed down. They have the catch. This is a 4-hero gank. They are all committed. They've got to find this kill, and they will.
Leaving so soon.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
I think it's still worth it. You bring 4 heroes and kill off a TA. I think that's perfectly fine.
No.
Especially since it's in the mid lane, you know, people can kind of disperse and go back towards their lane. Not much farm is going to be lost.
The other big winner so far has been the Troll Warlord. 39 CS at about 7 minutes in comparison to the Sven, who's had to deal with a little bit of pulling and pressure in his lane. He's only at the 26 and 6.
I mean, overall, it's incredibly even. Just the Troll Warlord. I mean, he's got the CS, but if you look at General is on par with him. So
Radiant's top tower is
in my eyes, that's like a very big offlane win.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But that's just General. Time and time again, is always on top of his farm. Definitely winning his lane.
So you said that this could be really tough for Na'Vi in the laning stage, considering how well they've been able to play around the obstacles in front of them. Does this start to get like a lot better for them? Do you feel like Na'Vi are in a good position with these big ultimates coming online, level 6s and stuff, that they can start, you know, taking a hold of this game maybe?
Oh yeah, definitely. They have a very aggressive lineup, and I kind of mentioned earlier, like, this laning setup was not going to be an easy time for Na'Vi, but they're doing a really good job. Like, I don't think I can stress it enough, like, just how well they handled this laning phase.
Yeah. So General down bottom might see a gank come in with his level 6 and then a push for a tower somewhere. We'll have to wait and see if they decide to go for that, or if it's going to be maybe just continuing to farm. Wait until they get all of those ultimates and items online. Sand King very far away, but they are going to go for a smoke play now. No vision of that. And it looks like they're heading over to the Ancients. Understanding with this ward down that this TA stack super important and she's actually taken a good portion of it. They're going to get here right in time to be able to kill her off and maybe deal a crippling blow to that stack. Roger forced a burrow strike to the low ground. TA trap is laid out as well. They don't end up taking it down, but Dendi is still here. Soak up experience as they get ready to maybe take this fight. Corrido, FNG, forcing Dendi back, is going to jaunt away, and that should make enough space for Iceberg to clear this out.
That was some great trap placement usage from Iceberg. That one trap alone just completely stops them in their tracks.
Yeah. I wonder if it would have been worth it to bring Crystallize in for that. They ulti for this. Crystallize down bottom. He's going to get lifted. They have Troll Warlord as well. He can drop him. Stun comes out. Crystallize is still alive and does have stick charges as well.
Well, that was very surprising. He's not even close. And now they can turn this around. Phobos in a lot of trouble. Still have a stun. They're going to ulti on Crystallize now.
All right, damage coming out. They take him down. Meanwhile, Dendi is going to end up jaunting away, just barely left alive. But they do take down Crystallize still. So maybe a bit too over exuberant as Rito's going to take a bit of a blast. Fiverr as well. Cool, dodge away. Nice little juke there, Sand King. The final tally ends up being a 1-for-1 brew for Sven.
I'm actually kind of surprised at how reserved Navi were with that turnaround. I think both sides kind of like, I think like on one side Team Spirit kind of overestimating their damage on the Sven, and then on the other side Navi kind of underestimating the potential turnaround from Team Spirit. They're very reserved on their ability. No burrow strike coming out on time, and Sven being the only one committing ultimate.
Yeah.
Enough time to just turn it around and kill off the Sven.
Right. Well, it's about 11 minutes in now, still only 4 kills apiece. Very even game. Top lane, it looks like General is going to end up dying here. Maybe he does have TP boots as well as phase, and he might be able to escape from this if he can get a little bit of separation. Has a sprout as well, able to get out of there. And
clap! Oh, he misses!
Oh no, that's a KK indeed. Oh man. All right. This game's been a little bit less crisp than the last one, I think. A couple of slightly off mistakes, it feels like.
Definitely, and I'm really surprised that Navi didn't put any of their resources into stacking the jungle for Roger. I think it would really help them out if he was able to go back towards the jungle and farm up quicker towards the dagger, because right now it's not going to come out for probably like another 5 or so minutes, maybe even longer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I guess though that if you look at the way that the rest of Navi is building, it's sort of all towards trying to just hold the line for now, clear out creep waves, and then like hit a later timing. You know, Dendi going for this Veil as well. Like they're sort of, I think that based upon the way that they're building, they're kind of okay with it. I guess, is that exploitable though in your opinion? Like can Team Spirit really punish the fact that the Sand King isn't going to get a Blink Dagger for a while?
I think even without the Sand King Blink Dagger, they still have a lot of ways to set up right now. I think Navi still definitely have the tools that they need to go for these aggressive plays. Hook, not going to connect. General going to dodge that.
That's a big old creep right there. Sneak that one away from Roger. And he will be able to get these last 2 creeps here. Hook shot down though for a long time. I believe that one was scouted. Iceberg has Death, so if they wanted to, they could think about also moving in and taking Roche in the near future. As top lane, General, they are going to ulti for this. He does have TP, but I don't think it's going to end up working. Roger could look for an opening near himself. They now spot out Roger, and
oh, he needs to win.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to get out. Meanwhile, Dendi used Orb, but they can't find that kill, I don't think.
That Deso hurts.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
But the movement. Oh, top lane Roger. He knows there's no visions. No detection.
just gonna sandstorm. He's having a good time. So you're talking about the movement?
And yeah, Team Spirit is the one who's, you know, actually actively looking for these pickoffs, setting up kills, when I feel like Navi is the one who should be doing that, especially with this lineup. You know, you have a Sven who could potentially just, you know, stun, or your Skywrath to drop an ulti on. There's also, you know, the puck setup, especially since he has a Veil as well.
Right.
There's going to be so much damage coming out with that combo, but they're just kind of sitting around, not really doing too much. But Skywrath, he has a TP, he has a smoke. Maybe Soneko will use it soon.
Yeah. It does feel a little bit awkward. And, you know, as this game goes on longer, we've seen Troll versus Sven. It's not great for the Sven. As over here, the Dorito FNG is going after the Sven. Is he really about to solo the Sven? That was very close. They are going to be able to punish the FNG, but that was 4 TPs.
I mean, you got to protect your Sven. There's no way you can let him die there.
No, totally. But I don't know, if this smoke doesn't connect, it's like a lot of wasted time. Is this a lineup where Navi has to get stuff done?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think they have to get stuff done.
Oh man, and that little miss right there, that smoke, they're so close to being able to find ILTW. They just don't check that camp. They are going to break the smoke now on the tower, and maybe they catch Iceberg.
Oh, this is going to be so bad for Navi though if they walk into this.
Oh, Carino's back. I'm here. They're going to find him again. There's going to be the Skywrath Mage ulti, but now Roger's going to die, so a 1-for-1 exchange. Not great.
I think that was already best case scenario for Navi. I think they were in a really bad spot if they decided to fight there.
Yeah.
Trading 1-for-1, I think they should be happy with that.
It's definitely odd though. So talk to me a little bit. Why is it that you feel like Navi need to get stuff done? What happens as this game goes later and later?
You're going to be fighting into a TA as well, a TA with a Troll Warlord on the other side. I don't think you're going to be able to outscale this kind of lineup. And
oh no! Oh wow!
Double damage.
Oh man, Navi. Oh. He missed, I think that TA hit the Meld Strike onto Dendi. He didn't get his phase shift off in time. Now Troll Warlord gets the tower.
He already used his orb to farm too.
Well, from bad to worse to really not good. Navi looking in trouble as it's a 5,000 net worth. Look at the change in net worth and experience over the past couple of minutes. And this is the timing when Navi is supposed to be at least doing a little bit better. Granted, you still don't have this Blink Dagger on Roger. What's the remedy? How do they solve this problem?
Arms for the dead.
Iceberg is being patient here. He has the Blink Dagger. Oh, this is probably General's death right here.
Jump forward, Melt Strike, gone. All right, they got a gang squad.
Warlord also.
Jesus.
But this is, like, Team Spirit are doing what Navi should have been doing some time ago. I think, like, you can see how much damage this TA is doing. You look at the net worth, right? TA is miles ahead of everyone else. He's sitting at 11,000 net worth. And Troll Warlord being the next one up there. How do you even fight against this as Navi, right? If they manage to pick up BKBs, and there's also a Brewmaster as well as a Clockwork to kind of zone out that Sven. Like, Sven is the only person who can deal with them at this point. Nature's Prophet sort of can, but kind of the same issue. General just doesn't have the farm to do so.
Well, and what are you really going to do to try and deal with them now? Because TA is going to be a full item ahead. He's almost got BKB done for Iceberg at 18 minutes on top of Deso Blink. And not to mention that in these fights, like, it's going to be a long time before Navi get BKBs out. Like, Brewmaster is just going to lift somebody and then it's going to be a 4-on-5. I don't know. This is feeling very tough. Very hard to deal with.
The thing is, Roger is about to finish his Blink Dagger at least.
Okay.
So maybe they were waiting for that, but I feel like they're starting a little too late.
Yeah.
They can still make it work, but they have to make moves like the moment he finishes up Blink Dagger.
So this is the other thing. It feels like this is a completely different Navi like mentality than we saw the previous couple of games. I don't know. I'm not sure if this was the play.
Oh, and they're gonna go for Roshan. This is gonna be such a quick Roshan. There's a BKB on both the cords as well.
Yo, this is quite bad. The rocket flare as well to make sure nobody is behind it. Maybe if Roger walks in there, but it's too late already. I mean, how much are they going to get done with this Aegis? Iceberg is ready to party, and they're getting ready to move down mid. There's a lot of swirls on the map saying, let's just go in this general direction and dare them to stop us.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you. You know, the first game, Na'Vi won very convincingly with the ultra aggressive playstyle that they had, right? It was just go, go, go. Let's we see a hero, we're gonna run at him.
Yeah.
See a hero, we're gonna run at him. And then after the second game, they feel much more reserved now. They don't want to make any moves.
Always did get a short shrift.
Neko and another kill. They do manage to pick off that tower at least, so Na'Vi kind of just split pushing. Maybe they already feel like their backs against the wall.
Yeah. Dendy's going to be able to get a D-ward there. By virtue of an expiring sentry. Split push game is apparently what's left to him. It almost makes me feel like they don't think that they can fight right now. As the game goes like very, very late game, I don't know what, like, are they just hoping for one big engagement where the Sven cleaves everybody to death? Is that even really that feasible? I'm trying to figure out what it is that their game plan is, because like they obviously know that this would have ended up happening. Do they just not feel like they could fight, or?
Well, I'm certain they saw the double BKBs on the board. By seeing that, they were kind of scared to
Big fight though.
They're getting baited
They're
in.
able to get it. That's the Aegis already down. Okay, Na'Vi looking good, but the opening is there. Brewmaster is up as well. They've already lifted into the air. Crystallized, trying to make it happen. Iceberg pops his BKB, turns to fight, and just destroys him. Dendy, can he get out of there? It looks like the answer is yes. And Roger.
Vision.
I don't know if it's going to end up really mattering. They might just get the tower regardless. Dendy's still there. They don't spot him. Burrow strike connects. Further damage.
Oh, he blocked. Viper blocked the hook.
He actually didn't have vision, but they're going to be able to push Roger out, and now he's in trouble. There's the jump forward. Another sandstorm.
This is so annoying.
The sad part is this is probably like the most effective member of Na'Vi's team right now.
that is true.
In the meantime, Iceberg getting ready to probably not walk high ground. It was a great combo. The Epicenter and then the Mystic Flare to just break through and kill off the Iceberg Aegis.
I mean, you saw how much damage that did, right? And that's why I was saying, like, they should have been setting up much earlier because of that Skywrath potential, right? You can actually blow someone up very quickly, but kind of just played it passively, sat back and or spending most of their time farming. On the bright side, they did get the Aegis at least. I think that's a very significant pickoff. It makes it so that Team Spirit aren't going to be able to take as much as they would like.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Well, it does still sort of feel like they have the run of the map at the moment, if they want it. Like, can they just try and clear off a couple of tier 2 towers before the next Roche comes up?
I think they're going to go for this top tier 1 first.
Yeah.
The mid tier 2 is a little dangerous. There's so many different angles that a Sand King can surprise you from, and you could potentially lose a team fight off of the back of a great epicenter as well as a jump in by the puck. So I'm gonna play it safe since they don't have the Aegis anymore.
Top tower has fallen.
Well, that first tower is gone, and it looks like they are going to back out after that one. It's still around 7,000 gold lead for Iceberg alone. Over the next highest net worth, and they actually just find Roger. He blinked forward very aggressively and does find a Burrow strike onto 2, but he's still going to be slowed. A secondary slow, and
this time they have protection.
Yeah, ain't nothing to it. They get that kill. Dendy's pushing bottom, and this is kind of what Na'Vi is relegated to: pushing out lanes, trying to avoid fights, and slowing them down in whatever way possible while Crystallize farms.
But yeah, this is somewhat similar to the last game, I feel. Like, just looking at Na'Vi's draft, I can only expect that they hoped to have played a lot more aggressively here. Oh, Crystallize in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Getting chased down. They are going to spot him.
Yeah.
They want to fight this though. Navi, they're bringing people in.
Oh, General just walks into it, but a good stun to turn it back around. DK Phobos, he gets the split off. Roger's going to fall. And it looks like Crystallize too doesn't really have any other option but to fight. And he gets torn up. Another kill going their way. General trying to TP out. Looks like he's going to be able to. Dendi does have Blink and Orb, so he's going to be fine. He's just going to try and clear off the creep wave. But it might be through bottom that we see Spirit try to push. Or maybe even just go mid.
Taking their time. Iceberg.
Oh!
Gonna connect. That was good.
All right, we got some good all chatting. It's great.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
They also have
Iceberg.
Yeah.
Double net worth now.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that he also has an Orchid coming out to him right now. That's on the courier and a DD rune to boot.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Yeah, this pretty much means that if he manages to see, or if he finds the puck, like the puck is just dead instantly unless he manages to blink away before he gets hit after the Orchid comes out.
Right.
Although to be fair, I felt like Iceberg is so far ahead, it would have been a safer route to go for a Hurricane Pike, but I mean, who am I to tell him what to do when this guy's gone?
Yeah. Oh, hey, look at this guy. Oh, BKB ends up getting popped from Troll, though. They went for the ulti onto him, and that is BKB down. That was his, what, 10-second one? But they need to do that several more times.
Yeah.
So vision from the Radiant, they did not see this smoke. It's going to catch them a little bit off guard. Do they run into Crystallize?
They're going to find Crystallize.
Oh, he's right there. Sure. They've got vision. They've got the opening. Hook shot. Not tough to mark that time. They've been able to catch him. He gets his BKB delivered to him. Now inside the cogs. What are you going to do, my man?
Bash?
He's going to be able to TP out. The bash. Not going to be there. Also have a Lich ulti.
I mean, they're just going to march down mid now. Yeah.
I mean, it keeps him alive. That being said, Na'Vi are pushing both on top and bottom. They're going to pop ulti for this, start to deal the damage to the tower, and take down the first tier 3 of this game. The lift up onto Sven. No God Strength, no BKB, no nothing. They do need to be able to respond, though. A silence there onto Puck. He's in trouble. Can they blow him into time? The answer is yes. Still in the meantime, General is going for the split push down in the bottom lane. But they've already taken the barracks, and now they're coming back to defend, and General, nowhere left to go. He is in a lot of trouble. Can they get him out of there? No, they're not going to be able to. Back home. Stun is there onto Lich. He's going to end up falling. The rest of Team Spirit going to run away. Nice blink out of there as the silence came from the Nature's Prophet. Brewmaster also able to make his retreat.
They did manage to take down the tier 3 at least, so. Oh, but a hook. Uh-oh, Crystallize in a lot of trouble again. Doesn't have BKB for another 84 seconds. He's going to go down.
Yeah, trying to get him away, but it's not even worth it at this point. No way to stop it, and he doesn't have buyback for 55 seconds. If they wanted to, Roche's potential to respawn, but it's not actually up yet. Minute and a half away.
Marching down mid and going to head to that bottom lane. This is going to be a second set of racks, I believe.
They don't have backdoor protection over here.
Look at that. Radiant's courier just
So General is going to be able to do some down damage, and I think take a lane of racks here.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
I don't know if that's going to be enough time bought. Like, they're going to get the range racks, but I don't think it's going to amount to too much. Since they did take the bottom racks as well, so this lane is still going to be pushing into Navi's base.
Well, FNG gets killed, and because of the backdoor protection, they weren't able to finish off the range tracks bottom. It doesn't really matter all that much. The final tally, though, I mean, it's something for basically nothing for General.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Na'Vi, this is feeling rather rough. 15,000 net worth lead, 20,000 experience, and a quick jump forward. The BKB popped. Going to maybe end up dying to the burn? No, still 200 HP. So he's getting a little bit too cavalier with his ultis there. Roger? That was a very bold move, and they are able to do a good bit of damage. Silence there as well onto TA. Ends up going down. They find the kill, but the Chain Frost is bouncing. Is it going to be enough? Troll Warlord, far too large for that Sven. And Dendi forced to back out. That being said, you need to get 1,200 gold for that Skywrath Mage.
He catches out General.
Oh, top lane. Trying to get that kill. He's four-step through in General. No way to get out of this one. He is going to fall. 4 dead across the map. The lone survivor is Dendi. And he has to look on in dismay as the rest of his team is gone.
Team Spirit. Gonna be waiting on that TA. Once it comes back up, I think they just go for Roshan in the game. Na'Vi are gonna have to go for the biggest team fight ever. We're talking 3 to 5 man coil epicenter type of place.
Yeah. They have a ratting Nature's Prophet as well, so that's always an option. You know, he's going back for the AC next. Still probably a ways away from it before Roshan is going to be taken and their base is going to be assaulted. But in modern Dota 2, you need to win a team fight, and they've got all the vision in the world to scout it out. They see that now they're over there. Roger, they're making the plays. Lich in a little bit of trouble. He's going to die. So no Lich for 50. Hook shot though, great catch! He caught onto 2 of them. The BKB popped the turnaround, trying to make this fight happen. They're able to take down 1, but Troll has already killed off Rogers. Can they find any more here? Bruce would as well. They're going to chase down Snako. The trap catches onto him. He's out of mana, but looking like the Skywrath Mage is going to get out.
All right, I mean that's definitely a good trade for Na'Vi, but here comes the Roshan kill.
That was the gem too.
Fallen to the dire.
It's on the ground right over here.
A secret kept forever.
I believe, at least.
Well, they managed to get 2. They lose Roshan, but well, there's no Bruce split at least as well.
Yeah, and like we were talking about before, General is down here ready to split push when the time comes. Dendi can try and clear through the creep wave when the next one comes in. It's a little bit tough. Yeah, they're doing a good job of, like, this is the problem, is you can sort of split push, but by the same token, if like you can just send 1 hero back and solo kill General, it's not really working that well. Epi over here to the side. They found themselves a TA, again forcing out the BKB. Puck in trouble now though. He needs some type of help. He needs something to keep him alive. It's not going to happen. Gem on the ground. Iceberg Crown Roger. Meld Strike evaded for the moment by the Sandstorm.
Radiant's top tower deserves
But
just as much help as
Gem is on the floor again.
I mean, it's the smallest of victories at this stage. The fact that they didn't end up losing Roger there. General needs to go for the split push again.
Radiant's top tower is
FNG, he's ready for him. He gets caught again.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. General turns to fight. Wants to just punch him in the face. There's an opportunity here back in the Na'Vi base. They're starting to get away. They realize that there's no clockwork here. Burrow Strike connects onto 1, almost bringing him down, but again, the 4-staff. The Primal Split comes out as well. They've caught themselves a Sand King. Roger is going to drop down. They get the lift up onto General, and it doesn't even matter that they don't have a clockwork. This is looking to be about the beginning of the end. Aegis still not fully used, and I think that we are going to see Na'Vi drop down to the lower bracket, and Team Spirit, your first team in the grand finals for the qualifiers for the StarLadder Minor.
Very nicely done. They game plan and they executed it well. I'm just very surprised that Na'Vi decided to take a step back and not play like they did in the first game. It felt like a much